In this video, we're going to explore how you can use the external style sheet. So right now we have covered the inline style sheet or inline style, and then we have the internal style in the previous video, and now finally we want to explore how can you do an external style sheet. The external style sheet is eventually the best because if you understood the explanation of the Google search engine or any search engine at all, what they will do is they will run through these codes and then they have to read through everything. And you can imagine that this here is, as long as you have a huge amount of code here, this will create a conflict. So there's a common search engine optimization example where they say, imagine the search engine is a feeding machine or a monster that's eating, and your website is basically being consumed. So it starts with these codes here, and then after that it starts to eat this part of code. And if this would be a lot of code, eventually the search engine will be already full before they start with the main dish. Basically, this is the most important part or the most essential part of your code that you want the search engine to know, and forcing the search engine to read all this extra code here is not that beneficial. Alright, so what is the best way to do it, and also what's the best, most organized way to do it? Well, we open up here another tab, and in here we're going to put in all of these codes. To do this, we need to first create a new link where we indicate that this style sheet has been moved somewhere else. So we say here link. You can see here the link tag, that's the one we need. Click on that, and then you see here the rel for relevance, which is the relation. This is the style sheet, and then of course what it indicates, that the type and the text, CSS, href, and href is basically the link where the style sheet is stored. Now in my case, I have them just in my folder here, so I will say here style.css, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut away all of this and remove all of this excess code, because this style tag is not needed anymore, because we're not going to use any internal style sheet design. So save this, and then we go here and I will just paste this in here. And you can see here this is now the one I want. Then here this can be saved, and then we say here style.css. Since I store it on my desktop, that's fine. Okay, use, alright, confirm, there you are. So now we have this, and this looks fine, and here as well. So now what happened if we just open up here our browser? This is what we had previously, and if we refresh now, nothing changes. The reason why nothing changes is now we have linked to a external style sheet, understanding what this is. So here, for example, we could adjust as well green, we could make this blue, we save this, and now you can see this becomes blue beautifully. And the external style sheet eventually will be very, very useful for you, because this is where you will work on most of the time for your design on the site, keeping it always separate. As most commonly, you have your HTML, your JavaScript, and your style sheet or your CSS file separated, because that will help you to organize. The more organized you are on a website, the better for yourself. So now we have this, it's time to explore some new items, especially understanding different matters regarding to the syntax here. I will make it in the next video. Thank you for watching this video. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe to my channel, and if you have any questions regarding this, make sure you put them in the comment section, I'll get back to you. And if you enjoyed this video, check out the next video here. You will probably enjoy this as well.